All right, let's talk about building a toolkit. A practical, everyday toolkit for dealing with modern stress, but using some seriously time-tested wisdom. And don't worry, this isn't some dusty old history lesson. Think of it more like a new operating system for your brain, one designed to give you a calmer, more resilient mind, starting, well, right now. I mean, just take a second and really think about that. Have you ever felt that way? That feeling of being yanked around by the 24/7 news cycle, by the constant dings from your phone, by what everyone else seems to expect from you? It's kind of the background noise of modern life, isn't it? This constant hum of things happening to us. And honestly, that's where the whole problem really kicks off. We're swimming in this ocean of noise, and we spend our days just reacting, bouncing from one thing to the next, a lot of the time without even thinking about it. And it can make you feel like you're just a passenger in your own life, you know? A frustrating email pops up, and boom, your whole mood for the next hour is shot. A random traffic jam completely ruins your morning. We pour so much of our precious energy into things that, when you get right down to it, are completely outside of our control. So what's the fix? What do we do about it? Well, there's this ancient philosophy that works kind of like a powerful operating system for the human mind. The whole idea isn't about changing the chaotic world around you, but about fundamentally changing your relationship with it. Let's dig into how that actually works. Okay, what you're looking at right here, this is pretty much the single most powerful idea in all of Stoicism. It's called the dichotomy of control. It's so simple, but so profound. Look at that column on the left. External events, what other people do, the past. That's where we waste so much of our time and energy. But that column on the right, that is where all your power is. It's in your response, your judgment, your actions, right here, right now. And this just nails it. This isn't a passive sit around and think deep thoughts kind of thing. No way. It's an active, hands-on, practical system. The event itself, whatever happens, it's just neutral data. Your response to that data, well, that's the whole game. That's where you find your strength, and that's where you find your peace. Okay, so that's the big theory. But how do we actually apply this in the middle of a stressful Tuesday afternoon? Well, we're going to break it down into 9 simple, powerful reminders you can literally tell yourself every single day to put this whole philosophy into action. We've grouped these 9 reminders into 3 basic areas. First, how to manage your own inner world. Second, how to face stuff that happens externally. And third, how to choose your actions. First up, let's look inward. Before you get spun up about something, just ask this one simple question. Is this actually within my control? That question alone can save you so much energy. Next, remember this. The event isn't what's upsetting you, it's your judgment about the event. Your perception literally creates your reality. And finally, you can create a little bit of space, a pause, between a trigger and how you respond. In that tiny gap, that's your power to choose reason instead of just a knee-jerk emotional reaction. Okay, now for how we deal with the outside world. The first step is acceptance. And look, this isn't weakness or giving up, it's the wisdom to stop banging your head against a wall you can't break. Once you do that, you can reframe any challenge. A difficult conversation isn't just a problem, it's a chance to practice patience. A setback at work is an opportunity for resilience. And this leads to an amazing idea, that the very obstacle in front of you isn't a barrier to the path, it is the path. And that's a direct quote from one of the most famous Stoics, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Think about that. The problem you're facing right now contains the very ingredients you need for your own growth. The obstacle isn't blocking your path. The obstacle is your path forward. And finally, how we choose to act. So much of our anxiety is rooted in worrying about a future that hasn't happened or agonizing over a past we can't change. So the first reminder here is to just bring your focus back to the present moment. This is where you can actually do something. The second is to concentrate on what you can 100% control, the character of your actions. Act with courage, act with integrity. And that brings us to the final point. Do your part, give it your best shot, and then let go of the outcome. The results are never fully in your hands anyway. So we've got these 9 really powerful ideas, but just knowing them isn't enough, right? The real goal is to turn them into a habit, into a mental reflex. So how do we do that without getting totally overwhelmed? It's actually really simple. Don't try to remember all 9 at once. Just pick one right now. Which one of those just spoke to you? Maybe it's, is this within my control? Or maybe it's, the obstacle is the way. Whatever it is, make that one phrase your mantra, your focus, just for today. Write it down, put it on a sticky note, say it to yourself, and then just notice what happens. Notice if there's even a tiny shift in how you see things.
So I'm going to leave you with that question because this isn't just something to passively watch. It's a tool to actively use. So take a moment, decide. Which one of these ancient reminders are you going to choose to help you create a calmer mind today?